Hello guys and welcome back to another video. Today I'll be doing my August TBR. I'll be talking about the books that I plan to read. It's just a stack of books that I might choose from. I'm not sure yet. Honestly, I didn't know which books I wanted to read this month except for one, which I'll talk about it in a minute. So for this month, I honestly had no idea which books I wanted to read, and I thought about not having an August TBR for this month, but then I also thought, well, since it's my birthday month, I might as well just have a little fun this month and try something out that I haven't done yet. So for this month, I didn't choose the books that I wanted to read. I actually asked my boyfriend, my sister, and my sister's boyfriend to choose 3 books each. So each one of them chose about 3 books for me to read this month. I don't know if I'm gonna get to all of them. They actually chose good books for me to read, so I am excited, but I don't know if I'm gonna get to all of them. There's a few books that I do want to read. So one of the books that I do know that I want to read this month is Godzilla Monster by Shelby Maherine. I still don't have this book yet, haven't bought it because I wasn't ready to read it when it came out a few weeks ago, but I do plan on getting it soon because I want to read it this month. And if you guys don't know what Godzilla Monster is about, this is the 3rd book to the Serpent and Dove trilogy by Shelby Maherine. It is about a witch and a witch hunter, and I mean there's romance, forbidden love, and so on. It's such a good, beautiful story. I fell in love with the first book and then I read the second book in like one day. I have a blog about it on my channel if you guys want to go watch it. I'll link it down below, but it's such a good trilogy. I love everything about it, just the forbidden love and everything. I just love that whole series. I feel like it had been a very long time since I actually loved a series so much. I've been looking forward to this last book the whole year, so I'm excited to get to that one, and that is the only book that I have in mind or that I plan on reading this month. So with that being said, I'm just gonna get to the books that my boyfriend and my sister's boyfriend chose for me to read this month. And like I said, they were really good picks. So my sister's boyfriend chose the first 2 books, and for the first book he chose The Demon King by Cynthia William Chima. I know about this book because of Reagan here on BookTube. She talks about the series so much. She says it's an amazing series, she loves it, and I actually didn't know the order of the books, and I bought all the books to the second series that followed this series, so I was like, I can't read those without reading this one's first. So I got this one and I've had it in my bookshelf for a very long time, still haven't gotten to it. I honestly don't know anything about this book. I like to go into fantasy stories not knowing much about them, so it's been a while since I've heard Reagan talk about them, but in the back it says something about a high wizard. I know there's going to be magic. I know it's going to be a good time. The thing about this book though is that if I read this first book, I have to commit to a big serious thing, and there's so many books in it and I'm not sure if I'm ready for that, but it's a good pick. The next book he chose for me is Landfills by Naomi J. Williams. I don't know if you guys can see the cover well, but so here it is. It's like a, I don't know if it's a shipwreck. This book was actually written by one of my professors when I was in university, so I bought it. She talked about it in one of our classes, so she was my professor for a creative writing class, so I bought it just to see what the book was about and see her writing. I was intrigued about her writing, so I bought it, but I never, like, when I saw it, it didn't catch my eye or anything. The cover's lovely. I don't know what the book is about. It was on my bookshelf and he saw it and he picked it out, so I might get to it. I don't know, it might be great. I'll let you guys know. So the 3 books that my boyfriend chose, I'm not sure about them. I do want to get to the books, but I kind of had 2 of the books for like a different season. But so the first book he chose was Mistletoe Mr Right by Sarah Morgenthaler, and this book I was planning to read it during Christmas, but I think he knows that I'm writing a holiday story, so I think that's why he chose this book. And I wanted to read it last Christmas, but I didn't get to it, so I was waiting I was holding it for this Christmas coming up. I think it's gonna be cute and romantic and a good time. The next book he chose is a book that I've been meaning to read since it came out, and I haven't gotten to it. And I was actually thinking about reading this one during El Dia de los Muertos because it is Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas. I think I've had this book in a few TBRs already and I just haven't gotten to it, so maybe it is time. Like, maybe I shouldn't hold on until the right moment, or you know, like El Dia de los Muertos, just to read it, because I might not read it then. So maybe this is the month that I get to it. I mean, this cover is beautiful, I'm not gonna lie. Like, the back and the book inside, beautiful. The next book he chose is Neanderthal Opens the Door to the Universe by Preston Norton. I bought this book a few years ago because Jess from Jess Nevertheless talked about it, and she said she loved this book. Again, I don't know anything about it because I like to go into the books blind, but I believe Jess, and I've been watching her videos for a very long time to know that we kind of have like the same reading style, and she talked great things about this book. All I remember about this book is that this kid is having a really hard time in school or something like that, so I am looking forward to it. I think it's about time that I read it, so this is a high contestant on my reading list for this month. Now, for the books that my sister chose, I think that these 3 books are definitely gonna make it into my reading list for this month. I just think that she had like a really good eye on knowing which books I've been looking forward to reading but haven't gotten to. So to start off, she chose Sweethand by Angie Pelter, and if you guys know Jess from Book Community Tea, she has a lot of videos on the tea that goes on the book community world, and they are super fun, super informative. It just, her channel is the best. So she talked about this book, and obviously I had to get it, and I didn't know what the book was about until my sister told me that she chose the one with her boyfriend cheats on her, and then she goes on into like finding her love in baking stuff, something like that. That's all I know. It might not be true. It might be about something completely different. Not sure. But I mean, the cover, it's beautiful. It's stunning. We love it. I think the second book is coming out this year. It's like a sequel, I believe. I'm not sure if it's the same characters or just like a side story on side characters, but I know there's like a second part to this one. I will update you guys on this one for sure, but I'm looking forward to it. The next book that she chose, I'm really excited because I actually wanted to read it this year for sure, but I was gonna hold on to it until November, but I'm happy that she chose it because I really want to get to it, and that is Cersei by Madeline Miller. As you guys know, I read The Song of Achilles and loved it. It's such a good book, so I am expecting the same from this book. I think it's just gonna be a great time. This does follow some Greek mythology, but I feel like it's gonna be the same as The Song of Achilles. If you guys don't know anything about Greek mythology like me, because I never took any Greek mythology classes, and I've actually never been like interested into studying Greek mythology that much, so I don't know like the stories of the gods and everything. She does a really good job in telling you like who the characters are, or like who they were supposed to be, what they did, like their background story, just so you can get an idea of what's going on. And I really like that about The Song of Achilles. If you guys haven't gotten to that book, please do so. I'm planning on rereading it because I have to reread it soon. The audiobook is amazing, so I do plan on getting the audiobook for Cersei as well, because I mean, I'm hoping it's the same narrator like who reads the audiobook, because if it is, it's gonna be amazing. I'm excited. This is definitely up there on the list. Looking forward to that one. And last but not least, the next book that she chose is just beautiful, stunning. I believe the 3rd book is coming out this year, so it makes sense for me to finally get to it and start it. And that is The Gilded Wolves by Roshani Shoksky. And like I said, this book, stunning. the third book coming out this year so I can get through the whole trilogy with no problem. And the reason why I never picked this one up is because everyone kept saying and comparing it to Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo, and I still hadn't read Six of Crows and I wanted to get to it, so I didn't want to read this one first and then I just wanted to get to Six of Crows first. Now I read that one, it was not it for me. Love the show, I might get to the second one, not sure, but Six of Crows was not my favorite book ever, so I was hesitant about reading this one because if it was the same or similar, I didn't want to be disappointed again. But since then I've heard a lot of people saying that these books are nothing alike. I think it's just the fact that we follow a group of people who go on a heist, and I follow Roshani Shoshki on Instagram. She mentioned how much she loves the National Treasure story, and Nicolas Cage was like her muse for this book, so I'm guessing we have it, like this book has to deal with some sort of treasure, or they're trying to find some sort of treasure. So I'm very excited to get to this one finally and read the whole series this year, so looking forward to it. This cover still stunning, amazing. I can't say that about the second book. I think the second book, for the cover, they like toned it down a lot. It's like silver with white and it doesn't have this shiny gilded beautiful thing going on, but still looking forward to see the third, like the cover for the third book, and looking forward to getting to this book. I'm excited for this one. I'm really excited. So those are the books that I'm planning to read during the month of August. Again, not all of them. I don't think I'm gonna get through all of them this month, but I'm gonna be choosing from this list. And for not knowing which books I wanted to read this month, and I think they did a great job into showing me the books that I already had in my bookshelf and just reminded me of like why I bought them, because I actually want to get to all of them at some point. So yeah, I think it was a good list. That is all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye.